Let them speak. Review patterns 1 to 30. Where is it? Please repeat or answer. Who is sitting across from the woman at the table? Where did he put the hat he was wearing? Did he take off his hat and put it on top of the ledge there? What do you see sitting behind the woman on her right? Are the limbs of the tree above their table? Does she eat with her left hand? Do you see any other people sitting around them? Are there soft drinks in the middle of the table? Is she putting some of the food in her mouth now? In what hand is her knife? Did they happen to put the food on top of a plate or a piece of wood? Is the guy sitting opposite of her her brother? Is there a person sitting to his left? Which one of the people sitting at the table is looking at you? Do you wish you could eat the food that they have on that piece of wood? Would you order one with chicken if you went in there to eat? Are there a lot of places around there to eat like this? Do you know what is in the cup on the corner of the piece of wood? What is it that they put in the black bowl sitting in between them? Is there an ashtray they can use on top of the table? What is it that they have on the top of their heads? Are the two women you see there walking beside each other? Is there a person walking next to them or between them? Does it seem like the girl on the left is older than the other girl? Is the girl on the left putting her hand around the other girl's left arm? Do many women tend to do this while they're on their way to a quiet place they can talk? Does the purse she has over her right shoulder look expensive? Is the building that is on their left a school they both go to? Is the sidewalk they're walking on wet? Has it been raining all over there since the morning? Did they get together so that they could go and have dinner at a place near there? Do you have any idea why the guy who's on the left-hand side is laughing? The girl on his left must have teased him. Is the guy that is on her right-hand side taller than her? Is the ring he's wearing on his right hand above his heart touching his shirt? Did you ask him if he got it at a store that is near there? Did he tell you that he got it at a store far from there? Did he put his left hand in his pants pocket to get some money at the bottom of his pocket? Will they be going to eat at a restaurant around there? Does it look like the bus on his right has stopped? Is the bus behind the bus next to him going to the same place? Have they both almost reached the corner of the intersection? Do you know if they are far away from the bus stop? Is the bus next to him about to stop at the bus stop up the street? Is the girl in the front on the left about to put her fingers through her hair? Will she be taking out her comb that she left inside her purse? Is the woman walking in back of them paying attention to the two people walking in front of her? Is she in the store where she bought the sandwich? Are you able to see where in the store she bought it? Is the sandwich she's holding in her hands famous at that sandwich place? Can you tell what is in between the two pieces of bread she's holding? Will she be using the salt and pepper that is sitting in front of her? Why is it that she put her bag in front of her? Is she worried that a person behind her might take her purse at the corner of the table? Is the receipt she got after paying for the meal sitting on the side of the salt and pepper? Will she leave it on the table in front of her after she finishes eating? Isn't it worth putting it in her purse and taking it to her home near there? What are some of the things in the packages that you see right on the edge of the table? Would you use any of those to put on your sandwich if you went over there to eat? Did they put the French fries on the left side of her plate? Is the coffee she bought to her right on the table? Which one of her fingers is sticking up? If another person came, would there be room in front of her to sit and eat? How come she didn't take off the coat she's wearing before she began eating the food on the table? Does it seem like there is a garden on her left in the back? Is there a man walking nearby the place she's sitting? Is the chair she's sitting on the porch of the house she's at? Is she leaning forward while sitting in the chair? Did she leave her purse on the chair, which is on the left of her? Is her chair closer to the garden than the empty chair next to her? Are the cigarettes she likes smoking on the inside of her purse? What is it that she's holding in her right hand? Did she tell you that she likes her coffee black, without cream or sugar? Do you see a thing she bought sitting on the table to her right? Does she plan to put her coffee cup on the table to her right after she's done drinking? Does he seem to be excited that he saw you on the other side of the table? Is the food that is in front of him food he sells? Which one of the pots in front of him is running out of food? Did you tell him what you wanted to order? Is the food that's inside the pots in front of him all the same? Is that where he prepared all of the food he made? Did the guy standing near him help him to make that food? Do all of the containers in front of him have covers to protect them? Did he put one of the tops on another table near him? Does he have any fire underneath them to help them stay warm? Did he use the white strap to tie around his waist so that it wouldn't fall off? Is the truck close to him in the back full of food he made that he plans to sell? What does he have on the top of his head? Have you ever worn a hat like the one he has on? Does he need to wear the white band that is around his right wrist? Is everyone you see there wearing the band around their right wrist? Do you see any of the pots with a spoon in it already in front of him? Is that the one that he'll be serving from first? Are you able to see the line that the people have got to stand in to order the food? Can you see any tables in back of him? Is the tent ceiling above them going to keep the rain from damaging the food? Where are the necklaces she's trying to sell? What is she standing behind? Does she sell the things in front of her? What is right in front of her? Is she in the picture on the left? Which one of them is a blonde? Is the picture next to her an advertisement for jewelry she's selling? Does she have any of the jewelry on? Does it look like grass under the necklace boxes? Is she wearing a jacket since she feels cold inside the store? Is the necklace in the center of the display the most expensive? Is this where he goes to work every day? Where is the glass of wine now? Is the woman taking the glass of wine sitting in front of him? How can you tell she is a woman? Who is on the other side of her? Is the place he got the wine far from where he's standing? Did they fill the wine glass to the top before giving it to the customer? Is her table in the middle of the restaurant? Is the person she came in with sitting across from her at the table by the window? Where are the menus they give to the customers? Is the woman wearing the coat in back of the waiter on the left? Does it look like she is about to leave and go outside? Did you ask her if the car she drove is across the street in the parking lot? Is the person coming to pick her up coming up the street? Where did the waiter go to get her drink? Is it far from where he's standing? Don't all of the tables look full? Where do they tell customers to wait until there is an empty table? How can you tell that they don't put tablecloths on top of the tables? What is in the bottle sitting next to the window? Is there a lot of space in between the tables? Where is his hand between? What is he inside of? Is he looking to the right or the left? Is he looking through the hole between the boards? Are people outside able to see him well? Is the board above him beginning to tear apart? Is he able to reach the board that is about to fall off above him? Is the person in back of the wall a person you know? Where did the person standing behind the wall put his thumb? Is he the only person that is on the other side of the wall? Did he pull off part of the wood that's in front of him so that he could see outside? Doesn't it look like it's dark inside there? Is he looking up at you? Did he fix all of the watches that are in front of him? Are there any customers standing on the other side? Are the most expensive watches in front of him or at the far right of the table? Do you know what the things are behind him? Are there more watches on his left or his right? Can you tell he's sitting on a chair? What are the things you see in back of him? Does he need those things in order to fix the watches sitting out there? Do they have good lights above the table of watches? Is he sitting between the glass wall and the table the watches are sitting on? Did he tell you he bought all of the watches that are there? Is he there to sell or to fix watches? Is there a list of the prices for the watches behind him on the glass? Is his head laying on the table? Is that his bag sitting on the edge of the wood next to the window? What is it that he put inside the bag? Is he still wearing his glasses, or has he put them on the table he has his head on? Did he rest his head on top of his arms? Which one of his hands are on the top? Is there anything between him and the bag? Is the paper bag you see there going to fall onto the floor? Is that a safe place to put the bag on top of the wood? Did he buy the coffee nearby and then put it inside the bag? Which way is she looking? Are the tables behind her to her right sitting in front of the restaurant? Are people sitting at the tables on the sidewalk? Is there a canopy over the people eating? Is she standing alone? Is there a place that sells cosmetics across from her in that building? Do the people that work in that store live in the apartments above the stores? Is the restaurant located at the far right of the cosmetic store? Where did they place the temporary signs? Do you know if the friend she came with is shopping inside the cosmetic store? Did she stop to rest there on the way to the restaurant? Is the person she's waiting for far from there? How long will it take for them to get there? Are the people sitting at the first table in front of the restaurant all friends? How many signs do you see above the stores you see in the picture? Is there a door between the two stores for people to use who want to get up to the second floor? Where are the flowers sitting on the balcony? Are there other people walking along in the center of the sidewalk? Do you wish you could sit on one of the balconies above the stores? Is that restaurant at the end of the street? What is in the back of the guy sewing? Is there a guy standing behind him? What is the guy in back of him doing? Isn't the truck right next to the boat? Isn't it dangerous to sew on the road in the back of the truck? Who dropped off the jacket to change a zipper on the way to the boat? Is the boat floating at the end of the pier? Did he put his sewing machine at the beginning of the street? Does he start the sewing machine by using his feet underneath? Is he sitting in the middle of the street? Is he wearing a hat on his head while sewing? Is there a used zipper on the edge of the sewing machine table? What is to the left of the water glass? What is it that they put in the water inside the glass bottle? Besides the water glasses, what is on top of the table? Which hand will he use to pick up the glass to drink the water? Is there a person sitting opposite him at the table that you can see? Did you ask him if he bought that paper at a place far from there? Did he say that he bought it on the way to the place he is at now? Is the mirror on his left or his right? Is there a hook under the mirror to hang things? Is the paper on the far left-hand side the thing he's going to read after finishing reading the paper on the right? Did he put his head in between his hands? What is directly in back of the glass carafe holding the water on his table? Did he drink all of the coffee that was in the cup? Is that where he goes to get coffee every morning? Where did the person who brought him the coffee go? Does he plan to have you sit down across from him to have a talk?